much, Director of the program, and thank you very much to the comrades who have answered all the questions sufficiently, satisfactory to everyone. Well, there were questions that were directed to me. Fortunately, my colleagues have answered those questions. So I'm not going to answer them. But just to also say, so that you don't say this fellow, we last saw him talking, now he can't talk. He's just, the voice has gone, blah, blah, blah. Jacob Zuma, blah, blah, blah. Hey, Nyangtanda, ne? Akekho ngafuna ukuzibambela. Nangincinze lapha. Mungabe indaba zalutho. But thank you very much for coming to hear us, and I think it is absolutely important that we interact with you. There's one thing you are missing, all of you, because we are asking questions as if you are talking to the organization that has been here from 1960 something, etc., etc. We have not yet even finished a year. We haven't. But the kind of questions you are asking is as if this party has been there. Why are you not doing this? Why are you not doing that? Not a single one of you said, but guys, you have created something that has never happened in the world. Just to be honest, to acknowledge things that have happened. There's not even a single country that had a party with only 6 months that shook all political parties. Absolutely. You don't. You want to find something wrong somewhere. There were questions that were asked, and I can't respond to the one which our judge said matters in court. You don't talk about them outside of court. Now, if I've been charged, then let us go to court, where we listen to accusations or whatever. With regard to the man, I'm just forgetting his name, who said that he has raised, he has made charges against me. But it's a very wonderful story that we'll talk one day. How did this man met Zuma? And what Zuma said to him? And where Zuma sent him to do what? For what reasons? It's a very nice story. Partly because Zuma, as one of those who were trained for underground, when he decided to take actions against his organization, he went underground. And this was part of underground work. That Zuma must not say, I've either done this and done this. Zuma must send some very much unknown people to undertake certain things. Those are the rules of underground. I'm just telling you the story that will be told at the right time. Zuma trusted, as he always trusts people, trusted his people and gave some tasks. Like in the long line of our struggle, there were people who were given tasks, but who sold out. And I can tell you stories about it. So I'm just saying to the one who was asking the question, don't worry. You will get the answers at the right time. And I must also say something about this organization, Umkhonto Wesizwe, because I believe that quite a number of you, when this organization will be having few years going up, you will feel that in order to be in Umkhonto Wesizwe is almost committing something wrong. Because Umkhonto Wesizwe is the final answer of the problems of our country. The final answer. You might, if you are a funny person, try to find reasons why it is not so, but will not find, because it is absolutely correct for us as oppressed people to stand up and liberate ourselves. If we don't do so, we'll be a funny kind of a nation that praises oppression, either indirectly or directly. I can't understand, and I will never understand, that a South African who was here before the arrival of people from Europe, the country was taken, many people were killed in the wars. Finally, the population was driven to the corners, and the whole world of this country was taken, and everybody has everything. Those who came, there's not a single one who has nothing, except the indigenous people. Now, if we are an indigenous people, you want to criticize people who are saying, let us bring our country back. Sure, there's something grossly wrong with us. That's why I believe that with time, we will be together. We will be together. If I was a journalist, I would be asking very wonderful questions. How did you come to this idea to help us, because we're in trouble? Absolutely. I would ask that question. Just let us know. Just take us with you so that we can quickly correct the wrongs. I wouldn't be saying, Mr. Zuma, why did you do this? Ask a question which seemed to be opposite of what we need to do. And I'm telling the truth. One day when you are old like me, I'm still young though, you will say, that young man was right. What had happened to us? Why did we ask questions which were wanting to, reduce the correct thing that some of our people were doing? Let me not say much, because I know you love listening to me. Because I did not want to speak, but somebody said, man, talk, please. Just make them happy. Just say something. No, one of the points I wanted to make is that the interpretation of the comrade who's sitting here, that I'm standing next to, this one, this one, this one, this one. You don't know. They're politicians and politicians. This comrade I've known from when he was very young in the ANC Youth League. That's when I picked him up that he is a real politician. His politics, which I defy as scientific politics. This young man. He's a young man to me. Don't worry that he's big than me, you know. Honest politician. Honest. Clear political. He takes decisions at the right time for good reasons. And I'm happy that today he told what you all did not know. That when I started, after taking a decision to fight the African National Congress underground, and I had an opportunity to say we needed to come to correct politics about our country and our operations or whatever. I took a decision to meet all political parties, black political parties, to talk to them about the destiny of a black person in South Africa. Because whatever we're doing, having our parties, different parties, etc., we're all missing the point that we are oppressed, all of us as blacks. No matter how much we did not understand, we're trying to fight among ourselves. We're missing the point. Because the white population took a decision to take us out of everything in South Africa. We, all of us, not a single one, no matter how you could love them. It is a fact. The British lead the debate with the Afrikaners that black people must never allow it to have rights in this country. They must have no right to vote or to be voted for. They persuaded the Afrikaners after the Anglo-Boer War, and finally they agreed. We must never have these at our level. Now you might deny it if you'd want to. Anginika amanzi lapha ngidala manje. Funa ngihlale ngiphuza amanzi kancane. Enzela ukuthi ngikhulumise kwenja nami. Ngikwetize. Whether we like it or not, it is a fact. It is a fact. You must know. There was a conspiracy against black people not to participate in their country, in running of the country, in being voted for or to vote. It is a fact. It was a discussion or a meeting which was at, what is this place near Johannesburg? Vereeniging. They were having a discussion to bring peace and harmony in this country after the Anglo-Boer War. The decision was taken. Many of you don't know. That's when we made not to vote, not to participate in the running of the country and everything. It's a serious matter. It's not a small matter. It's an old matter, but it's a very new matter. It affects us now. It affected us then. It still affects us now. That's the reason why when we said we are coming to peace in our country, many things have been put in laws, in practice, in behavior, in finances, in the economy, you'll never come out. It's a serious matter. It is a serious matter. For some of us are sitting here working for organizations that give news, and we are being diverted to discuss all other things. If there is a person like my brother here, there is no happiness to say, thanks God, the good people are coming together. Ufunani, what do you want? Kulava, what do you want? You make the news about us being ourselves. We make news about ourselves sent by big fellows with money behind who say, we'll pay you, go and deal with them. That's what it is, if I tell the truth. There's been no wonderful question here that says, man, how did you come to this good idea that the black people must come together and be united like others? Instead of asking that question, why have you joined this one or not that one? Is it not true? It is. Fumani. Tanin siyavu. Okay, let me leave this hard stuff. Just to tell you, somebody asked a question about Zuma being chased away from the ANC, blah, 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 blah. You said, we are not going to leave the ANC. You'll die in the ANC. But we are forming another organization. Only my brother here understood that very well. Only. The reason why I said I will never leave the ANC is because I love history. I know history. The ANC was established by our ancestors. The traditional leaders, our pastors were black, our intellectuals, to defend the black person who was being suppressed by the whites.